Stop making such a fuss. His father will come and see what kind of child you are. The screams came from the second floor of the Blackwell mansion. Rosa Santos, a 42-year-old cleaning lady, stopped at the back entrance when she heard a child crying desperately. She had been hired just 3 days ago to work in the most luxurious residence in Beverly Hills, but that sound of despair froze his blood. No one can stand you anymore. Stay there and cry until you learn. A door slammed shut, followed by angry footsteps descending the marble staircase. Carmen, the housekeeper who had welcomed Rosa, appeared in the kitchen, shaking her head. My goodness, the boss is upset again. Mrs. Victoria has no patience. What boss? Rosa asked, even though his heart already knew the answer. Victoria Blackwell, the girl's stepmother. Mr. Robert is away on business, as usual. Carmen sighed heavily. Look dear, I'll warn you right now, this job isn't easy. Little Lily has Down syndrome, and the lady, well, she has her methods of discipline. Rosa ran up the stairs, following the sound of crying echoing through the marble hallway. On the second floor, an elegant blonde woman came out of one of the rooms, slamming the door behind her. You must be the new cleaning lady, Victoria smoothed her platinum hair, trying to appear calm. Good, because I need to go out. The girl is throwing a tantrum in her room. When she stops crying, you can start cleaning. Is the girl okay? Rosa asked, noticing how Victoria avoided his gaze. Yes, she's just being dramatic as usual. Special children are like that, very spoiled. Victoria hurried down the stairs. Don't go into the room until she calms down. And when Mr. Robert calls, tell him everything is perfect here. Rosa waited for Victoria to leave and knocked softly on the locked door. Hi, little one. Can I come in? I won't scold you, I promise. The crying subsided. Rosa opened the door slowly and found a little brown-haired girl sitting on the floor, hugging her legs, her face wet with tears and her eyes swollen from crying so much. Hi, beautiful. What's his name? The girl looked suspicious. Lily. Lily, what a pretty name. I'm Rosa. Why were you crying? Lily pointed to her stomach. It hurts. Are you hungry? The girl nodded. When did you eat? I haven't eaten. Rosa looked at the clock. It was 1 in the afternoon. Didn't you have breakfast? Victoria forgot. How could someone forget to feed a child? Rosa helped Lily stand up and they went down to the kitchen together. While she made a sandwich, she watched the girl swing her legs on the chair, paying attention to her every move. How many slices did I cut? Rosa showed her the sandwich. 2. Lily replied excitedly. That's right. Can you count to how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, you're so smart. Lily's face lit up. It was obvious that she didn't get compliments very often. Lily devoured the sandwich as if she were starving. Good Rosa, she said, smiling for the first time. You're good, Lily. Very special. Victoria said I'm bad. Rosa's heart sank. Victoria is wrong. You are a beautiful and intelligent girl. They were playing in the bedroom when they heard the front door. Victoria had come home early. Lily immediately became tense. Lily, have you eaten? Victoria asked from the doorway, seeing Rosa and the girl tidying up toys. Lily pointed at Rosa but said nothing. Next time, ask first, Victoria said coldly. Lily has set times for eating. If he eats outside of those times, he won't want dinner. When Victoria left the room, Lily approached Rosa and whispered, She hurts me. Rosa felt a chill in her stomach. How does she hurt you? But Lily had already heard footsteps coming back and pretended to be playing. Victoria came back in. Lily, put those toys away. It's a mess. The girl began to put them away quickly, afraid. Faster. His father doesn't like mess. Lily tripped trying to put everything away in a hurry, and some blocks fell. Look at you, clumsy. Victoria grabbed Lily's arm with unnecessary force, leaving her skin red. Stop being so slow. Lily began to cry softly. And stop crying too. Rosa had to control herself not to interfere. If she did, she would be fired on the spot and Lily would be left alone with Victoria. As she was leaving at the end of the day, Rosa heard Victoria on the phone. "Hi, honey. Everything's fine here. Lily ate well and played. She's so cute." That was a lie. Lily had spent the day scared and hungry. The new cleaning lady is good. Lily likes her. Rosa left the mansion with a heavy heart, but his eyes revealed a determination that Victoria could never suspect. There was something about that woman who had faced much worse injustices and knew exactly how to deal with people who abuse power. If you're enjoying this story of courage and protection, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. What Rosa didn't know was that this would be only the first battle in a silent war that would forever change the life of that millionaire family. On the second day, Rosa arrived and found Lily sitting on the stairs still in her pajamas, her hair uncombed and her eyes swollen. "Hi, sweetie. Why didn't you get dressed?" "Victoria didn't help," Lily whispered, pointing to the living room where Victoria's sweet voice could be heard on the phone. "Robert, honey, Lily slept really well. She already had breakfast and is playing. She's so cute." Rosa knew that Lily hadn't eaten anything. The girl had been hungry for hours. "Of course, dear. Don't worry about work. Everything's under control here." Victoria hung up and shouted, "Lily, come here now." The girl ran down the stairs, tripping over her long pajamas. "Why are you still in your pajamas? It's past time to get dressed." "You didn't wake me up," Lily muttered. "I'm not his babysitter. You have to learn to do things yourself." Victoria approached with clenched fists. "Go get dressed, and hurry up." Rosa helped Lily silently, choosing clothes and combing her hair. They went down to the kitchen, where Rosa prepared scrambled eggs while watching Victoria in the garden, talking to someone on the phone. "Mom, I can't take this anymore. Every time I look at her, I remember that he was once another woman's father." Victoria paced nervously among the rose bushes. "It's not just that. It's that when I lost my baby, she's still alive, taking the place that should be his." Rosa felt her stomach churn. Victoria had lost a baby and was taking it out on Lily. "I know it's not his fault, but I can't help it. And now with this new cleaning lady, the girl is getting smarter. Robert is going to realize that I'm not taking good care of her. Sometimes I think it would be better if she went to a special school, you know? Boarding school. Then Robert and I could have our real family." Rosa served Lily her eggs, but continued to listen to every word. Victoria wanted to get rid of the girl. "Of course I'm not going to tell Robert right now, but if I can prove that she's too difficult to handle." Victoria entered the kitchen and stopped when she saw Lily eating. Couldn't she wait until lunch? "She was hungry," Rosa replied calmly. "Lily, you know he has set meal times. If he eats now, he won't want lunch." Victoria approached the girl with a forced smile. "Isn't that right, sweetheart? You know he has to wait for dinner." Lily looked at Rosa, then at Victoria, confused by the sudden change in behavior. "Now finish that and go to his room. I need to talk to Rosa." When Lily left, Victoria turned to Rosa with cold eyes. "Look, Rosa, you seem like a nice person, but I need to make one thing clear. Lily is a special child. She needs routine, strict boundaries. If you spoil her, you'll hinder her development." Rosa kept her expression neutral, but inside she felt a familiar anger, the same anger she had felt years ago when she watched her younger sister, who also had Down syndrome, being mistreated in an orphanage after his parents died. The same helplessness that accompanied her when she was unable to protect Amanda from the cruelty of the caregivers. "I know you want to help, but it's Robert and I who decide what's best for Lily. You're here to clean the house, not raise the girl." "I understand," Rosa replied, but her eyes revealed a determination that Victoria couldn't interpret. "Great. Now if you'll excuse him, I need to take care of my stepdaughter." Victoria went upstairs. A few minutes later, Rosa heard, "Melissa, what's this mess?" "I'm sorry, the toys fell." "How many times do I have to tell you? You have to be more careful." A loud noise. Then crying. "Stop crying. Crying won't solve anything." Rosa ran upstairs and found Lily on the bedroom floor, holding her arm. "What happened?" "She tripped," Victoria said coldly. "I told you she's clumsy." "I didn't trip," Lily whispered. Victoria pushed her. "Lily, stop making up lies." Victoria shouted. "See? She makes up stories when she does something wrong. It's a habit she's developed. Rosa helped Lily up, noticing the red mark on the girl's arm. Does it hurt? A little. It doesn't hurt at all, Victoria interjected. She's being dramatic. She makes a big deal out of everything. Rosa took Lily to the bathroom and ran cold water over her arm. Is that better? Yes. Lily looked down the hallway fearfully, then whispered, Victoria really did push him. Why? Her, said I'm slow at putting my toys away. Rosa felt the same anger she felt when she saw Amanda being mistreated, but now she had something she didn't have at 15, experience, maturity, and a plan. This time, she wouldn't just be a helpless observer. The rest of the day passed in constant tension. Victoria treated Lily with calculated coldness, ignoring her when she tried to talk, serving her tiny portions at lunch, and criticizing her every move. What an ugly drawing. Why can't you draw properly? Victoria said in the afternoon, seeing Lily with crayons in the living room. Lily stopped drawing. I'm sorry. His father will be sad if he sees these scribbles. Lily tore up the drawing immediately. That's better. Daddy doesn't like mess. Rosa watched everything from the kitchen, filing each abuse in her memory. At 42, she had learned that some battles had to be won with intelligence, not direct confrontation. When Robert arrived at the end of the day, Victoria's transformation was striking. Hi honey, she ran to hug him. How was your day? Tiring. How was it here? Quiet. Lily behaved well, played, drew. Rosa knew that every word was a lie. Lily had spent the day intimidated and sad. Where is she? In her room, resting. She had a busy day. Robert didn't even go upstairs to see his daughter, and Rosa noticed how skillfully Victoria controlled his access to the child. And the new cleaning lady? Good. Lily likes her. Maybe too much. How so? Oh, nothing much. It's just that Lily is becoming very dependent on her. It worries me a little. Rosa heard everything from the kitchen, realizing that Victoria was already planting seeds of doubt about her in Robert's mind. As she was leaving, Rosa quickly went upstairs to say goodbye to Lily. Bye, sweetie. See you tomorrow. Rosa, is Victoria going to hurt you again? Not if you stay quiet, okay? And if she does anything, tell me tomorrow. You're a very brave girl, Lily. Am I? Yes, you are. And smart, too. Lily smiled for the first time that day, but Rosa left the mansion knowing that the situation was worse than she had imagined. Victoria wasn't just negligent, she had a specific plan to get rid of Lily, and Robert was completely blind to what was happening in his own home. But Victoria had made a fatal mistake. She had completely underestimated Rosa Santos. What the wealthy lady didn't know was that Rosa had already lost a sister to the cruelty of people who thought themselves superior, and this time she had experience, determination, and something she had lacked as a teenager, a meticulous plan to ensure that history did not repeat itself. Each new humiliation Victoria inflicted on Lily only fueled something inside Rosa that the arrogant woman couldn't see, a silent strength being strengthened by the very injustice she witnessed daily. What that privileged lady didn't suspect was that every act of cruelty was writing his own sentence of defeat at the hands of someone she considered just the cleaning lady. On the third day, Rosa arrived with a silent determination that Victoria couldn't interpret. She had spent the entire night researching Down syndrome, children's rights, and especially how to document cases of child abuse in a way that would be legally accepted. Victoria forgot to give his food again, Lily whispered when Rosa found her hiding behind the living room curtain. How long has it been since you last ate, dear? Since last night. Victoria said I ate too much for dinner and couldn't eat any more today. Rosa felt her blood boil, but she kept her voice calm. Let's take care of this. While preparing breakfast for Lily, she discreetly activated the voice recorder on her cell phone hidden in her apron. Victoria came downstairs at 9 in the morning, already on the phone with Robert. Yes, love, Lily is fine. She ate well, she's playing, she's so cute. Rosa continued cleaning, but every lie was being recorded. Lily. Victoria shouted when she hung up. Come here now. The girl ran, tripping over his own feet. Look at yourself. Clumsy, dirty. His father will be ashamed. Victoria grabbed Lily's arm tightly. You're a disgrace to this family. I'm not, Lily whispered. Yes, you are. A normal child your age would know how to behave. Victoria squeezed harder. Sometimes I think you'd be better off never having been born. Rosa almost dropped the vacuum cleaner when she heard those cruel words being recorded perfectly. Now go to his room, and I don't want to see him until lunch. That afternoon, Rosa had an idea. Lily, do you want to play school? I'll teach you how to write a few words. Can I? Of course. Let's start with his name. In 20 minutes, Lily was writing not only his own name, but words like mommy, home, and happy. It was amazing how quickly the girl learned when she received positive encouragement. You're very smart, Lily. Victoria said I'm stupid. Victoria is wrong. You're going to help me with something important, okay? What? When Victoria does something that hurts him or makes him sad, I want him to draw it for me. It can be our special secret. Lily nodded excitedly. Like a game. Exactly like a game. When Victoria returned from shopping, she found Lily drawing at the kitchen table. What's that? A drawing for Rosa. Victoria snatched the paper from the girl's hands. It was a simple drawing, a small figure crying while a larger figure shouted. What a horrible drawing. Why do you always draw sad things? Because he's a problem child. Victoria tore up the drawing. Rosa, I need to talk to you. They went into the living room. I don't want Lily to draw anymore. These activities make her agitated. She was having fun and learning. I decide what's best for her. And another thing, stop giving her food between meals. Lily has to learn discipline. She was hungry. Special children don't know when they're really hungry. They eat out of anxiety. Victoria approached her with cold eyes. If you continue to interfere with her education, I'll have to reconsider his employment. Rosa nodded calmly, but inside she was documenting every word for the report that was beginning to form in her mind. That afternoon, Rosa did something that would change everything. She called Dr. Samantha Torres, a social worker specializing in child protection whom she had met years ago during her sister Amanda's case. Rosa? What a surprise. How are you? I need help, Sam. I'm witnessing child abuse and I need to know how to document everything correctly. Where is he working? The Blackwell Mansion in Beverly Hills. The child has Down syndrome and the stepmother. Rosa told him everything. Rosa, this is serious. Do you have proof? Recordings. I'm going to start photographing the bruises, and the child is drawing pictures of what happens. Perfect. But we need to be careful. Rich people have powerful lawyers. I know. But this time I won't let a child suffer in silence. I'll email you the complete protocol for documentation. And Rosa, you're doing the right thing. On the fourth day, Victoria was particularly cruel. Lily knocked over a glass of juice at breakfast. My God, you're impossible. Victoria shouted, slapping Lily's hand. Normal children don't knock things over. Rosa discreetly photographed Lily's red hand and continued recording. Go to his room and don't come out until I tell you. But I haven't finished my breakfast. You should have thought of that before being so careless. Lily spent the whole day locked in his room, without food. When Rosa went upstairs to clean, she found the girl drawing on the floor with crayons. What did you draw his? Victoria angry. Me hungry. You helping. Rosa carefully put the drawing away. It was evidence that no lawyer could dispute. In the afternoon, while Victoria was on the phone organizing a charity dinner, ironically for underprivileged children, Rosa managed to document a revealing conversation. Mom, I can't stand pretending to like this child anymore. Robert is so focused on work that he doesn't even notice how problematic she is. Victoria was walking through the garden. I'm seriously considering suggesting a boarding school. That way I can have Robert all to myself. Of course she can't hear me saying that. Whenever Robert is around, I pretend we're a happy family. Rosa smiled discreetly. Victoria had just confessed everything she needed to destroy her. When Robert arrived that evening, Rosa watched Victoria's performance closely. Hi, honey. Lily had a wonderful day. She learned to write some new words. That was a lie. Lily had spent the day locked in her room, hungry. She's asleep. She had a busy day. Another lie. Lily was exhausted from crying. Rosa realized that Robert really had no idea what was going on in his own home. He worked 12 hours a day and trusted Victoria completely. "The new cleaning lady is good," Victoria commented casually. "But sometimes I think Lily is getting too attached to her. It could be problematic." Rosa understood the trap. Victoria was laying the groundwork to get rid of her. Why would that be problematic? Robert asked. Special children get attached easily. If she leaves, Lily might be upset. It was the perfect cue. Rosa quickly went up to Lily's room. "Sweetie, are you awake?" "Rosa." Lily ran to hug her. "Are you leaving?" "Why do you ask?" "Victoria said you can leave if I like you a lot." Rosa crouched down to Lily's height. "Listen carefully. I promise I won't leave without fighting to protect you. Do you believe me?" "I believe you." "Then keep drawing our secrets, okay? It's very important." That night, Rosa organized all the evidence she had collected: 12 recordings, 15 photographs of injuries, 23 drawings by Lily, and all of Victoria's phone conversations admitting the abuse. She had everything she needed to destroy Victoria Blackwell. But first, she needed a strategy to ensure that Robert believed her instead of his wife. What Victoria didn't know was that his arrogance was about to become his own trap. Every cruel word, every blatant lie, every moment of abuse was being meticulously documented by someone she considered just the cleaning lady. Rosa Santos had learned from the tragic loss of her sister that silence kills, but evidence saves lives. And this time, he had enough ammunition to ensure that the truth would come out in a way that not even all the lawyers in Beverly Hills could dispute. For a moment, when he bowed his head in the face of Victoria's latest insults at the end of the day, everyone thought they had broken his spirit. But those who know her true strength know that it grows precisely in the preparatory silence that precedes devastating storms. The opportunity Rosa had been waiting for arrived on a Friday. Robert decided to work from home to better observe the family dynamics, exactly what she needed. "I'm staying in today," he announced over breakfast. Victoria was visibly tense. "But you have that important meeting." "I rescheduled it. I want to spend time with Lily." "Leonardo, changes in routine make her nervous, her." Rosa discreetly turned on the tape recorder, knowing that every word would be crucial. During the morning, Robert watched everything with growing attention. Lily was playing quietly in the living room when Victoria approached her. "Lily, put those toys away. Your father is working and needs some quiet." "But I'm not making any noise," Lily murmured. "Yes, you are. Now put them away." Robert, who was in his office with the door open, knew perfectly well that Lily wasn't making any noise. A few minutes later, Rosa approached the girl. "Do you want help putting them away?" "Yes." "How about a game? Red cars in one box, blue cars in another." In 5 minutes, everything was tidy, and Lily had learned to sort by color. "Very good, you're very smart." Robert saw the stark difference. With Victoria, Lily put things away fearfully. With Rosa, she learned through play. In the afternoon, Victoria made the fatal mistake. Lily accidentally knocked a glass of water onto the table. "My God, you're impossible." Victoria exploded, forgetting that Robert was home. Normal children don't knock things over all the time. Victoria grabbed Lily's arm with excessive force. "Go to your room and don't come out until I tell you." "But I didn't mean to." Lily began to cry. "You didn't mean to, you didn't mean to." Always the same excuse. Victoria pushed her toward the stairs. Robert appeared at the kitchen door. "What's going on here?" Victoria quickly composed herself. "Lily made a mess and is being spoiled. Special children need firm discipline." "Daddy, I didn't do it on purpose," Lily whispered, still crying. "Of course you did," Victoria cut her off. "She always does these things to get attention." Rosa realized that the moment had come. "Mr. Robert, can I speak with him privately?" Victoria was alarmed. "Rosa, I don't think that's necessary." "Actually, I think it is." Robert looked at his wife with an expression she had never seen before. They went into the office. Rosa took her cell phone out of her purse. Mr. Robert, for the past 6 weeks, I've been documenting what happens in this house when you're not here. Documenting what? Recordings, photographs, drawings that Lily makes showing how she feels. Rosa took a deep breath. Her daughter is being emotionally abused every day. That's a very serious accusation. I know. That's why I brought proof. Rosa played the first recording, Victoria's voice yelling at Lily, calling her a disgrace to the family, and saying that it would be better if she had never been born. Robert's face gradually turned pale. There's more. Rosa showed him the photographs of the bruises on Lily's arm. And this is a phone conversation she had with her mother. Victoria's voice echoed through the office. I can't pretend to like this child anymore. I'm seriously considering suggesting a boarding school. Whenever Robert is around, I pretend we're a happy family. My God! Robert held one of the drawings with trembling hands. How could I not have noticed? Because she's too smart to hide it when he's around. At that moment, Victoria entered the office without knocking. What are you doing here locked in? Victoria, Robert turned with eyes ablaze. I need you to explain these recordings to me. Victoria saw Rosa's cell phone and understood immediately. Robert, are you going to believe a cleaning lady over her own wife? I'll believe the evidence. Robert played the recording where Victoria confessed to hating Lily. Victoria turned pale. You recorded me? I recorded you mistreating a defenseless child, Rosa replied calmly. Robert, I can explain. Explain what? That you called my daughter a disgrace? That you said she'd be better off dead? Robert was shouting now. That you planned to send her to boarding school? Victoria tried one last card. She's manipulative, Robert. That woman has filled Lily's head with lies. Lies? Robert picked up the drawings. Lily drew you hurting her. Are those lies? Special children make things up. Stop. Robert exploded. Stop blaming my daughter for her cruelty. Victoria realized she had completely lost control of the situation. Robert, if you kick me out because of a cleaning lady and a disabled child. Disabled. Robert lunged toward her. Get out of my house. Now. You'll regret this. I'll regret taking so long to realize what kind of monster his is. Victoria went upstairs to pack her bags, knowing she had lost everything. When she came downstairs with her luggage, she found Robert comforting Lily in the living room. Daddy, is Victoria leaving? Lily asked. Yes. And she's never coming back. Good, Lily said simply. Now can I be happy? You can, princess. You can. Victoria left the mansion in silence, but turned at the door. Robert, you chose a cleaning lady and a troubled child over me. You'll find that the real world isn't as kind as you think. The real world, Robert replied, is a place where adults protect children, not mistreat them. After Victoria left, Robert knelt in front of Rosa. How can I thank him? You don't have to thank him. Any decent person would do the same. No, Rosa. You saved my daughter. And you saved me from continuing to be an unwitting accomplice to something terrible. Lily ran to hug Rosa. Now Victoria can't hurt me anymore. Never again, sweetheart. Never again. Robert looked at Rosa with a gratitude she would never forget. Rosa, I want to make you an offer. I don't want a cleaner anymore. I want a housekeeper, someone to look after Lily when I'm not there. Someone I can trust completely. It would be an honor, Rosa replied, hugging Lily. Victoria had spent 2 years building his image as the perfect stepmother, but it took only 6 weeks of careful documentation to completely destroy her facade. What she didn't understand was that underestimating a woman who had already lost a sister to the cruelty of others was the most costly mistake she could make. As Victoria drove her Mercedes through the streets of Beverly Hills for the last time, she still didn't understand the true extent of her defeat. But Rosa knew that some victories go far beyond the moment. They rewrite destinies and save lives that seemed lost forever. 6 months later, Rosa Santos was no longer just a cleaning lady. As the Blackwell family's official housekeeper, she earned 3 times as much and had a formal contract with all the benefits. More importantly, Lily blossomed in a way that surprised even the doctors. Daddy, look how I write my name. Lily proudly showed off her daily lessons with Rosa. Robert watched in amazement. His daughter, once withdrawn and insecure, now laughed constantly, learned new words every week, and displayed an intelligence that Victoria had always tried to hide. Victoria, meanwhile, had moved into a modest apartment after the divorce. Without alimony, lost due to evidence of abuse, she worked as a saleswoman in a department store. Her former Beverly Hills friends avoided her completely. "Rosa," Robert said one afternoon, "how can I thank you for saving my daughter?" "Mr. Robert, family protects family. Lily has always been special, she just needed someone to believe in her." Today, when Rosa sees Lily playing happily in the mansion's garden, she remembers her sister Amanda and knows that this time the story had the ending she always dreamed of. The best revenge is not to destroy those who underestimate you, it is to prove that your strength goes far beyond what he could ever see. If this story inspired you, subscribe to the channel for more stories that show how true love always conquers prejudice.